Right, hi everyone, welcome back. Now, I've just opened this, and that's quite a nice start. Dividend from AT&T. Right. As you can see, the portfolio's up from the last video, the last update. We're up 3.5%. Just let me get rid of these. Obviously, it's been the US election's been and passed now. But not that anybody is none the wiser. And to be honest, the markets have reacted a lot better than I first anticipated, really. So, yeah, you really cannot predict the markets, unfortunately, guys. But we'll have a quick look at the pies. So our undervalued pie, the new one I started last week, is up 3%. So J&J, break even, Diamondback, 4%. I think that was about 10% or something last week. Glaxo, yeah, that's all up. That's all looking good for the time being. Oh, the other pie is the growth pie. That has got some money waiting to be deployed this week. I put £100 a week in the UK into this one. Intel is the one that's dragging it down a lot, but personally, I'm going to be investing into Intel today when the market opens. Actually, as long as it stays under like $46, I'll be putting some money into that today. Yeah. So what else have we got? Digital realty income is down this week. This is going to be another one I'm going to be dripping more money into going forward. Yeah, really, I'm going to just average down a lot of these ones where the prices are down. To be honest, I'm going to start bringing these averages losses down as much as I can, and then either get rid or hold on to. It depends what the fundamentals of the company are. But my new target sort of thing is for monthly cash flow at the moment. So any sort of stack industrial store capital, yeah, these are going to start getting a bit more money deployed to them. But yeah, like the S&P 500 this week has been up. I mean, that's nearly 6%. I mean, that's pretty good going, really. I mean, for not really having to worry about picking individual companies and everything, and you get a nice dividend from it as well. It's not really that bad, is it? But yeah, other than that, that's about it. Oil is down. Obviously, this is sort of in euros. The one thing I was going to show you quickly, if I can find it, might not be able to find it on here. Let's see if I can find it. I got an alert from Trading 212 this week to say there was some sort of crypto. Here we go. Crypto sort of future pegged ETF or ETP or whatever it's called. I thought it was quite interesting because obviously everybody would have heard at the moment how much crypto is up at the moment, which we will look into that after this quick update on the portfolio. But yeah, that would be one that's might be worth looking at when crypto has a bit of a pullback. Not that it's looking like it's going to have a pullback at the moment, because it looks like it's on a massive bull run at the moment. But yeah, I thought what we'd do is we'd start off with a quick look at the VIX index. Now, last video we made, we were around here, so we're still fairly high. This week, really dropped. Really dropped. So that's quite interesting. Obviously, we've seen the market rally a little bit this week and push on. But yeah, just it is quite interesting to see these correlations, and I think over time, the more you start, adding these little pieces together, it just gives you a bit of a better picture. But yeah, some interesting news was the Tesla tequila. So obviously, Elon Musk, it was an April Fool's joke a few years ago, and now they've gone ahead and made it. Now, I believe that this tequila actually only costs like $50 if you bought it in, from the normal manufacturer. But obviously, they've had their own custom-made glass and stuff, and then I think they're charging about $250. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't buy it in this country, and it's sold out. I think actually, if I look, yeah, it's sold out within hours, so it's already out of stock. But it's quite funny. But obviously, you know, they're finding they've got demand in all sorts. You know, it's a very, very, very powerful brand they've got right there, Tesla. So, you know, a lot of people think it is just electric cars, but, you know, a lot of people don't understand how powerful sort of brand recognition and trust is. So, you know, that's a really, really interesting one. And they might have just set themselves a little precedent here for going forward in the future. So we might see them branch out into other things, you know, if expanding the brand, expanding the cash flow, you know, very, very interesting. Um, yeah, I just thought I'd put some stuff up to do with. Obviously, nobody knows who's going to win because this thing's going to drag on, I think, for a while, and it's going to get dragged into the courts and etc. But I just thought this was interesting because this seems to be a common sound that's coming out of a lot of like countries and places across the world. Really, obviously, if you're doing business, it would probably be more conducive for your country to work with someone like Biden because you know he's sort of classic establishment and will just do all the usual you know basic deals without trying to get the best deal for America basically. So and he's less prickly obviously than Trump. So to me, in the short term, this will be very good for sort of the markets and things like that. But long term, whether it'll be good or not, we'll have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, I saw this like opinion piece. I think it's from. Let me have a look. It's from the Motley Fool in the UK. And when I start seeing opinion pieces like this, it does make me a little bit worried. So forget about the economic downturn. I'm still buying UK shares and in an ISA to get rich and retire early. You see, this is the bit that worries me. To get rich and retire early. Now, I think this mindset is wrong, and a lot of people will read this and get inspired and not necessarily know what they're getting into. I've had a quick read through this, and you know, it's a bit here nor there really. It's sort of just saying a long-term investor strategy and stuff, which is all fair and well. But when people just see these sort of headlines, you know, tie it into this VIX index, it's very interesting for me to see how this has sort of gone down. Then you start to suddenly see articles like this come out. You know, suddenly last week everyone was terrified, and now everybody wants to get back in the market. It's yeah, absolutely crazy. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is obviously Bitcoin. Now this is crazy. Now anybody who's been watching the channel for a while know that I've got a portfolio of crypto, and my biggest holding is Bitcoin. But yeah, 17% up in the last week is crazy, and so for Ethereum as well actually. And I sold Ethereum last week to move some money back into Bitcoin, but it's really made no difference whatsoever. But yeah, I thought it was interesting for people to actually see the market cap. So the market cap there, you know, 290 billion essentially. And, you know, when we see the sort of market cap of like Apple, you know, we're talking $1 trillion, you know, so this is still about a quarter, just over a quarter of the size of Apple, which is quite interesting. But where this is going to end up, anybody's guess really. Depends who you're taking your information from, because you know obviously people like me who's held Bitcoin for a long time, we're very bullish on it because obviously we're holding it. But I just thought it was an interesting one because you're going to start seeing a lot more people talking about this now because it's the classic FOMO now. People are going to be very scared of missing out on this big bull run, and it'll just be very, very intriguing to see how this plays out in the next couple of weeks. But traditionally, Bitcoin does go on a decent run from like Halloween till sort of Christmas, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'll end the video there, guys, and I hope you're all doing well, and I'll speak to you all soon.